Hey guys, Wesley Echols, surfskiracing.com. Here I'm in the home of surfskiracing.com, which just happens to be my garage, as most of you know. I'll just pan over here to the right side of my garage, and as you can see here, there's an SES, an Evo 2, another Ultra Pre-Preg SES, and yes, another SES Advantage there on the bottom. And then as I pan over here to the left, you'll see at the top I've got a new V14 there, my Vita Hawk, my Uno Max, my Mohican, and on the very bottom there, that orange one is my 18S. So today's purpose of this little short video is to give you a walk around of my new Uno Max. So this little walk around is going to complement my written review of the Uno Max on surfskiracing.com. So at this point I've reviewed over 30 boats. I've lost count by now, but I'll be adding all these new boats to my surfskiracing.com chart, so you'll get a better sense of the speed and stability of these particular boats. So let's get back to the Think Uno Max. I've had this boat for about 2 months. This is the Elite Layup, which it does come in at 28 pounds. I've paddled this off and on for 2 months in moderate to flat conditions, along with the other boats here in the garage. So one of the things that I really like about the Think boats, and I've owned at this point 12 or 13 Think boats, all the way from the Evo 2, the Legend, and the original Uno, and now we're looking at the Think Uno Max. So on all those boats that I've owned, what I've really liked about them, for me personally, and fit is individualized and personal, but all the Think boats fit me almost perfectly. And that also includes the Uno Max here. So it's a narrow bucket here. I don't require any padding, unlike some of my other boats. In fact, all my other boats I do require some padding. Even with a narrow hull of the V14, you can see I've got some padding there in the cap area, and here I'll just flash on my Vita Hawk, and normally I have just a little bit of padding in my Vita Hawk as well. As I'm showing you this, I don't have any in there because I took it out just to clean the boat a little bit. But as I move down here to my Van Dusen Mohican, you can see there's a fair amount of padding in the Mohican as well. And in fact, I'm going to race the Mohican tomorrow in a flatwater race. But getting back to the Think Uno, so a narrow, fairly narrow bucket, very comfortable. For me personally, it makes me lean forward just a little bit, and that increases my paddling technique as well. You can see it's a fairly high hump, but it doesn't impede my 29.5-inch inseam, and my calves just barely touch the hump, which is no problem whatsoever. So in fact, that's one of the things that I really like about the Think boats and the Uno Max here is the ergonomic paddle position. And I feel once I'm paddling the Uno Max that all my energy is going forward with excellent leg drive, and so that I feel like I'm getting all I can when I'm paddling the Uno Max as far as my technique. So if you move a little bit closer here, you'll be able to see that it has a leash attachment, and then you'll also see a drain, very simple drain. It just has a cap that opens and closes very simply. And then as I pan up here just a little bit, you'll see the foot strap. Now this is not the original foot strap that comes on the Think boats. As you know, it comes with a double foot strap, but on all my boats I switched them out with a single foot strap, and I like a beefier foot strap to hold my GPS and also my watch when I'm racing. I'll just show you another foot strap here on my Hawk. Now, one of the things that I like besides the fit on the Think boats, which is different from other surf skis, is that it has a nice micro adjustment as far as the foot plate is concerned. So you can see those little teeth there on the track. You can really get a perfect fit to your body or your leg length using this type system. So they've always had this system, and it actually is my favorite out of all the surf skis. So a micro fit there for a perfect fit as far as leg length. Now the other thing that I really like on the setup of the Think boat is this adjuster here. So they've had this adjuster for as long as I've owned Think boats, and what this allows you very quickly and simply, you just turn this one way or the other to either let the line in or out to adjust your pedals, the angles of your pedals here. And so as you can see here, I have mine adjusted perfectly for me. And I'll just turn this the other way, and you can see I have them how I like my pedals lined up. So two very good features there, the micro adjuster as far as the foot plate, and also the line adjuster is a nice feature. And these things in here are just places to hold my hydro pack. Now the other thing that the Think boats have that majority of the other surf skis don't have, and that's the inspection port. So you can just open this up, take a look in the hole there, see what's going on, and tighten it back up. It also has a tube here so the hole can breathe. Now, one of the other features of the Think Uno is it has a very narrow catch, which is a good feature as well. And then, as I move down here, you can see it has a fairly deep, it has a lot of vertical depth, as we say. And then, as I move down here, just going along the front part of the boat, the logo there, and we come to the handle. These handles are great. It just helps you in carrying the boat or tying down your boat on your car. So now we'll go back to the rear of the boat. Now what's a little different here in the rudder compartment, they've had this for a number of years, but on the original Think boats, they had a little bit different design yoke. This one is much beefier and really custom fit for the rudders they have. And so what's a little different about the Think boats is that they have a set screw, and you can see the set screw in the middle there, and they also have a nut there that you attach the rudder to the yoke. So a very good system there as well. You need to make sure that that set screw is always tight. So I check mine at least once a week to make sure that it hasn't come loose. I've never had one come loose in all my Think boats, but it's always a good idea just to make sure that that set screw is nice and tight. And I do that on all my boats, even if they don't have a set screw, to make sure that the rudder is nice and secure. And as I go back here, obviously another handle there. Now I'll give you a longer view of the Uno Max.